Vignesh, the slide is visible.
Okay.
You can make it full screen if possible. Yeah. Now move the slides. Yeah, working well. Working
Okay.
well, Vignesh.
Okay.
Let us wait for a few more minutes and we can
Sure.
start.
Sure.
3-4 minutes.
ஸ்டார்ட் பண்ணிட்டேன் சார், ரெக்கார்ட் ஆகிட்டு இருக்கு.
Ramakrishnan sir, can we start, sir?
Sir, yes, sir. We can start, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Sir, good morning, sir. Vignesh, sir, good morning.
We are hearing you, sir. Good morning, sir. Dr. Selvan Kumar also joined, I hear.
Good morning.
Welcome, Professor Selvan Kumar, sir. Yeah, Dr. Vignesh, we can start, I think.
Okay.
Very good morning to one and all. On behalf of the Department of Marine Biotechnology, the Internal Quality Assurance Cell of Amet University, and also on behalf of the Biological Science Forum, I welcome you all for this international webinar on digital tools for academic writing and quality research publications. This workshop, rather to say webinar, has been specially curated to suit the research scholars and young faculty members who are into the scientific writing and publication, maybe beginners or mid-level people, to ease their job of writing and publication. There are several tools available free of use, digital tools, which will reduce the load of writing, formatting, and also publications. Dr. Vignesh Ramachandran is a distinguished microbiologist and academician with over 22 years of research and teaching experience. He has, in the past few occasions, have come to Amet as well as delivered similar lectures through online, especially in the area of scientific writing and publications. He has been collaborating and he has been associating with our institution for a long time. He has authored more than 70 internationally peer-reviewed scientific articles in reputed journals with a H-index of 21. He is working on a difficult field that is called medical microbiology and infectious diseases research. Started his academic career at American College, Madurai, and continued his postgraduate at the University of Madras, Medical Microbiology, IBMS Tharmani, and later his PhD at Dr. Vignesh, your PhD is on
University of Madras.
University.
PhD is from University of Madras and
Yes.
PhD is on HIV TB co-infection.
Yes, yes. Right. And after his PhD, he has been working with um, Royal College of Medicine, Perak, University of Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. He is an international awardee of CROI and Young Investigator Award 2012 and received International Scholar Award as well. He has presented his research findings in various conferences and received prestigious awards. I mentioned a few. He also serves in the editorial board as well as reviewer board in many various high-impact scientific journals, including PLOS One. Dr. Vignesh has been recognized internationally with prestigious honors and undergone specialized training in various universities in abroad, notably Emory University, USA, University of Western Australia in Perth, Australia, and also at UPCH Lima, Peru. So Dr. Vignesh is an expert in the field, and he is the right person to discuss about the scientific writing and publication with reference to the digital tools to make use of it. The university is happy that we are organizing this program under the collaboration of Department of Marine Biotechnology as well as the Biological Science Forum. With a brief introduction, I now request Professor Ramakrishnan, Professor and Head, Department of Marine Biotechnology, to offer his opening remarks.
Sir, good morning to one and all. First, I thank Dr. Jayaprakash Vel to organize this program. One of the important aspects of the research scholars and also faculty members doing the research. And also, SAR has decided to one important researchers to deliver the lecture in the aspects of digital tools for scientific writing and publications. Dr. Vignesh is one of the important leading scientists in the area of research in medical science. And also, I know Dr. Vignesh is in which one? Sir, you know Dr. M.P. Balasubramaniam?
Yes, sir.
He is my teacher, sir. He is my teacher at Palanandra College. He is my mentor also. Thank you, sir, for your presence to deliver these digital tools for scientific writing and publications. SAR has enormous publications and also various aspects of research and other things. This type of information and data is very much useful for us and also for our research scholars to how can they write the papers and also how they publish the impact factor journals. Now the idea and knowledge is very, very limited to our scholars. Therefore, on these aspects now, Dr. Jayaprakash will arrange this program from IQAC as well as the Department of Marine Biotechnology. Therefore, I welcome you, sir, and you may provide all the details that is useful to us, not only me and also our faculty and research scholars, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Ramakrishnan, sir. Before going on to Vignesh, we have one of the co-organizers, Biological Science Forum, a scientific society functioning from Chennai. And we have with us Dr. T. Selvan Kumar, professor in the professor research in the Sabita University, who is having more than 30 years of experience in the field of microbiology, especially environmental microbiology. Professor Selvan Kumar is the president of Biological Science Forum. I now request Professor Selvan Kumar to offer his opening remarks.
Very good morning.
Yes, good morning, sir.
It's my immense pleasure and privilege to welcome Amet University, the faculty fraternity, head department of Marine Biotechnology, the IQAC coordinator, Professor Dr. J. Prakash, and today's chief guest, Dr. Vignesh Ramachandran. Welcome, sir, and my dear students, friends. Our Biological Science Forum is a forum we initiated during the COVID period with a small online events. Subsequently, we conducted various activities with the school students and the college students. We are also assisting with the students for their career development as well as their publication assistance. So the forum is also connected with more than 180 members around the globe. It is a free opportunity provided for all the faculty students for registration with this forum, and it is sharing the knowledge. If it is any doubt or any queries related to the scientific community, we can exchange our knowledge and advertise their recruitment, everything we can do in this kind of forum. So it is an organization we initiated with the help of Dr. Jay Prakash Bell. Now it is initiated and registered trust and organized a small forum and connected to more people. So as a students and friends, you can utilize this opportunity and join with us for this forum. Before that, I am also appreciate and congratulate the event to be carried out by Dr. Vignesh Ramachandran on the tool of today's publication assistance. So it is a wonderful title for our digital tool for academic writing and quality research publication. It is a wonderful title for in the current scenario. Every researcher must know that the techniques of learning and understanding and utilize the tools for reference collection from the Zotero, Paperpile, and Mentally itself. And nowadays the AI tool is highly prevalent. So dear students, you must learn this, utilize this opportunity and learn more about from Dr. Vignesh Ramachandran. Thank you for this organized committee given a wonderful opportunity for the Biology Science Forum to connect it with the event. Thank you, Dr. Jay Prakash.
Thank you, Ms. Sir. Now we have with us Mr. Dr. Vignesh Ramachandran, who is having a deep experience in research methodology, digital tools, and scientific communication, who brings valuable insights to empower faculty, research scholars, and students in producing high-quality research publications. I now wholeheartedly welcome Dr. Vignesh to commence the session, and it's all Vignesh. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for the kind introduction. Good morning, everyone. So, in today's talk, so I'll be discussing about the importance of why we should write and publish, what are the tools we can use for literature search, how can we organize the searched literature, how can we improve our language, how can we check the plagiarism, how can we paraphrase, can we use generative AI like ChatGPT or other AI tools? And also, I'll give you some tips for ethical use of ChatGPT. I will also be introducing you to a few important tools like tools that can be used for illustrations, figures, and also tools for choosing the right journal. Okay. So, getting started, why we should write and publish? So we are like we are in a urge to write and publish. See, the science, whatever we learn in science is based on evidence. So whatever you do, you need to document it. So right from our history, so we get a lot of knowledge based on the previous documentations. It can be on the stones or it can be on the palm leaves. It is a kind of a documentation. Unless you publish something, no one is going to believe what you have done. Okay, so it is a kind of a documentation. It gives you self-satisfaction. Also, as a PhD student or if you are a faculty, it gives you some recognition. So some people even go to this extent when their first paper gets published. You must have heard of this scary terminology, publish or perish. So this one pushes someone to publish so as not to perish.
Right, okay.
So everyone wants to publish, but unfortunately, we all have this kind of starting trouble, right? We would be having some research data with us, or we might be having some interesting case report. We would very much want to write and get it published, but we would have some kind of a, a hurdle would be there. We will feel like some block is there. So how to get past through this? So that is where the digital tools come for our help. Okay, we can make use of these tools which can help us to overcome this starting trouble. So what we need to do is, first we need to form a plan. So if you have your research data, so
இதான் உள்ள
you
போட்டுமா
need to
அதான் கேட்டேன்
sit together, think. You are going to choose the type of manuscript. It can be an original article or a review article. Okay, so then comes the writing
நீ
step.
ஒன்றும் பண்ண மாதிரி இருக்கு இல்லை சான்சர் கீ போயிட்டு
Then you need to check for
வாங்கிட்டு கொடுத்துரு
language,
எந்த
plagiarism.
கரெக்டான ஆன்சரும் அது கொடுத்துட்டு டன்
Then you need to decide on the authors and choosing the right journal. So there are so many steps. So we'll see what are all the tools that can be helpful for each of the steps. So as I discussed, these are the different types of manuscripts. So quickly, I will tell you about the important parts of a research article. So the introduction is why it is done. What is the research question? Methods is how it is done. Results is what you got. What was the answer to the research question? Discussion is about so what? What is the significance of your findings? Okay, if you understand this crisp information, you can easily write a paper.
ஆமாம் சார் ப்ரோக்ராம்
Before doing any work,
இப்போ நடக்குது
before doing your research, the important thing is literature search. So you need to know what people have done already, so that you will have a better understanding of what you can do in future. Okay, so this step is the key step. Okay, you need to read a lot of literature that is relevant to your topic, and then only you can come up with a very interesting or very important research question. But when it comes to literature search, there are like millions and billions of papers, a database available all over. So how are we going to look for relevant appropriate articles? So conventional methods is searching the journals and online databases, or you could backtrack the citations. In our olden days, we used to hunt the libraries, we used to search for journals, we used to photocopy them. But now you can do it everything sitting with your computer. So things are easy for you guys. It's no more a needle in haystack. So I'm going to introduce you to a online tool called as Elicit. Okay, so Elicit, it can help you to find several relevant articles. Okay, so it is available at www.elicit.com. So I'll show you a video. So once you go into elicit.com, you can ask a research question. So I'm typing here, is screen time associated with poor sleep quality? So I'm going to do some research on this topic. See, it brings about several papers that is relevant to this. You can also do this in a PubMed search or a Google Scholar search, but this is even more systematic. See, it's like looking at a table. See, you can select different papers. What is the outcome measured? What is the population? Likewise, you can do some filtering So it is easy for you to come up with the literature that is more relevant for you. You can also summarize the papers. See, it gives a crisp version of the long paper. Okay, so you can save your time when you use Elicit. Next comes the using artificial intelligence. So when it comes to literature search, there is a tool called as Research Rabbit. Okay, so it is an online tool. It is available at researchrabbit.ai. So you need to, it is free. It is called as Spotify for papers. So just like how in Spotify you add your favorite songs to your playlist, you can add papers into your playlist in Research Rabbit. So it is free. You need to go there, like researchrabbit.ai. You need to create a free profile using your email. So once you log in, what you need to know is you will be having one particular scientific article which would be very important for your research, one of your key reference article. So that is called as a seed paper. That paper you need to upload into this. Okay, I'll show you a demo.
ஸ்டூடெண்ட்ஸ் பண்ணி எல்லா கொஸ்டினும் ஜீரோ இருக்குமா இல்லை
What happens is it will recommend similar papers. It will show a very nice visual data of the similar papers.
ஜீரோலாம் கிடையாது
So I'll show you a demo.
கொஸ்டின் செலக்ட் பண்ணும்போது அந்த கொஸ்டினுக்கு
So this is the Research Rabbit homepage. I'm logging in. I'm using my email and password. So once I log in, so I'm giving a name like demo. I'm going to add a paper. I'm adding a seed paper. Okay, so I'm adding this paper, add to collection. So what happens is this particular Research Rabbit would look for similar papers. If you see, it has brought out 1764 similar work. So if you do by Google Scholar or PubMed search, this would take so much of time, but here everything is listed. Even it shows year wise or author wise, all graphically it is shown. So you can easily go through them. You can see the abstracts like this. So you can pick whatever is relevant to you. You can keep adding to your collection. So if you sit with this Research Rabbit, within like a few hours, you will have hundreds of relevant papers. Okay, as you can see, you can go through them. I'm adding to the demo collection. So whichever is important, you can add. So it saves you a lot of time. And since this is artificial intelligence based, it keeps bringing in new papers as days progress. So you have collected a lot of scientific articles. You might be using Elicit, or you might have used Research Rabbit, or conventionally you could have searched through Google Scholar and PubMed. You would have so much of scientific articles. How are you going to organize these literature? So if it is like a small project, you will have a folder like this. You will have some 20 to 30 files like this, PDF files like this. That's fine. Suppose you are doing a large scale project, or if it is your PhD work, you will have literally hundreds and hundreds of references. So in my PhD days, I used to have all the PDFs printed, and I used to have them as paper files. That would be very inconvenient to go through or even carry. But nowadays, people have like this. The So this is one of my folder. You can see the number of the literature. If you have so many PDF in your folder like this, it is not easy to open each and every PDF or make any notes. So that's where I'm bringing in the Zotero. Okay, so Zotero is available free of cost. So you need to go to the website zotero.org. You can you can use it for organizing and collecting the articles. You can use it for citations, bibliography. It has thousands of reference styles. You can use it in different devices. You might be using a different device at home, at office. It can be synchronized across devices. You can also collaborate with your friends or fellow lab mates or collaborators in a different country. You can have a single database of articles. Unlike EndNote, this is free. This is similar to like Mendeley and other uh, citation tool, but this is more easier. It is very user friendly. So this is the website. So more than the citation or the bibliography part of Zotero, it can be very useful for storing and organizing your literature. So you can have all your literature saved in Zotero. You can make some notes, annotations, everything can be done, and it can be a one place for having all your literature. Okay, you can download a Zotero. You can download a Zotero connector. You can connect it to the browser. So this is how a Zotero collection would look like. Actually, Zotero alone can be a separate a webinar. We can in future we can plan a hands-on session on efficient usage of Zotero. Okay, but right now I'm just introducing you to Zotero. There are even several YouTube videos you can go, you can download, you can play around, and you can learn by yourself. Okay, so now you have collected a lot of scientific articles. You have organized using Zotero, but you are kind of lazy. So you have like hundreds of papers. So you don't have enough time to read each and every paper. So what we can do? How about some help from tools in summarizing the articles? So this is where I'm going to introduce you to something called as Notebook LM. Okay, so this is from Google. This is also an artificial intelligence tool. This is free. So what you need to do is go to this notebooklm.google.com. Okay, so I'll show you a demo. So I'm creating new. So what you can do is you can add some Google Docs, or you can give a website link or YouTube link, or you can copy any text, or you can upload any PDF. So here I'm going to upload a PDF of an article. So the PDF is uploaded now. It can make a summary of the long paper. See, it gives you a simple, crisp summary. It can make a audio. If you are like bored to read, it can give you like someone speaking to you. It can even make a video. It can make a mind map. Okay, so in this demo, I'll show you how the mind map looks like. Some students don't like reading, so they learn better if someone talks to them. Okay, so this one can talk to you. It can create mind maps like this. So this whole article is broken down into mind maps. So this is the mind map for better understanding of the paper. So this is the briefing document. What is this paper about? Everything is made into a brief report kind of thing. You can also chat with this AI. You can ask questions about this paper so that it will tell you like what this is about. So I'm typing. So it gives you some answers about what was mentioned in the article. suppose you have a like long travel, so what you can do is you can upload all important articles to this notebook LM. It can you can download the audio like a podcast using your earphones. You can listen to it while you are traveling. Okay, this is notebook LM. Okay, so you have your paper ready, but when it comes to writing, you are worried about your language. Is language important? Yes. Grammar is very important because good writing can make a bad paper seem better than that it is. Likewise, a bad language can, of course, come in the way of a good paper. Punctuations matter. Let's eat grandma means let's eat grandma. So only a comma changes the meaning of the sentence. Let's eat, comma, says that we are calling the grandma to eat. Otherwise, we are ready to eat the grandma herself. So punctuation matters. If you see a board like this, you could think that crocodiles do not swim here and you would be happily going for a swim. But here there is a punctuation missing here. There should be a crocodile's full stop or Acharya Kuri so that people would know there are crocodiles there, do not swim here. So we are not native speakers of English. We are not from England. So what we should do is we are not Englishmen. So we are prone to make some grammatical errors. So what we can do is we can get the help of certain tools. Additionally, you should avoid short forms like, for example, we didn't use this media. Likewise, you shouldn't use. So you should use we did not. Likewise, full forms should be there, and we are now spoiled with the WhatsApp kind of languages, which should be avoided in scientific writing. So whether it is US spelling or UK spelling, that should be consistently used throughout the article. So I'm sure all of you would be familiar with Grammarly. So I would suggest using Grammarly, which is an excellent artificial intelligence tool. It learns, it evolves. Okay, so once you finish your work, your draft, you can run it through Grammarly for a quick check. Okay, so it has a free version has limited features. You can make use of it. Another artificial intelligence tool I can recommend is Trinka. Okay, it is available at trinka.ai. Okay, so it has 5,000 words per month writing assistance. It can proofread files. Okay, so this can help you with some basic grammar checking. Plagiarism. Okay, what is plagiarism? It can be of the common types are direct, accidental, self plagiarism. So direct plagiarism is copying text word by word. Okay, so direct plagiarism is, in Tamil we have this terminology, ஈயடிச்சாங்காப்பி. Okay, you might be wondering if people still do this kind of direct plagiarism because it is totally unethical, it is academically dishonest, and your organization or institution could take disciplinary action against you. I'll show you a few interesting examples. See, this is a paper by some authors in Cairo, Egypt. So they have looked at the anti-diabetic effects of fenugreek alkaloid extract in streptozoin-induced hyperglycemic rats. This was published in 2007. So here comes another paper. This was published in 2009. Anti-diabetic effects of fenugreek alkaloid extract in a different drug, alloxan-induced hyperglycemic rats. So this was from a group of authors from Pune. So what they have done is they have just taken this paper, control, replace, find, replace. So they have replaced their uh, drug name and they have published. You can see that it is exactly word by word, it is the same. So the abstract, see, it is exactly the same. There is a spelling mistake in the first paper. Words spelled wrong as words. Even the spelling mistake has been very religiously followed by the plagiarizing author. It's very funny. So it is, as I said before, it is a breach of academic integrity. So nowadays, all your dissertations before being submitted to the university, they are run through plagiarism checking. So if you are found to do some like direct plagiarism, you can even be expelled from a university. Professionals could lose their jobs. The previous American president, Joe Biden. So once in early days, one of his talks was considered to be plagiarized, and that is the reason why he wasn't in the U.S. president race earlier. So you could the consequences could be very serious. So when you submit a manuscript to a journal, as a part of pre-editorial checking, plagiarism checks are done. So if there is plagiarism found, automatically your paper could be rejected without review. So what can we do about it? You can do a Turnitin check, okay? But unfortunately, Turnitin is it's a paid service, so it is mostly used by institutions, and some institutions give access to the staff for Turnitin checking. You can use your friends who are academicians for a quick Turnitin check, or you could do a free option. You could use a tool which is called as qtext.com. It is free, but there are some limitations like number of words. Likewise, this one pre-post SEO is this is also a free tool. So once you register as a user, you can check 1,200 words. It also generates reports in PDF format. But one drawback is that it displays advertisements. But since it is free, you have to bear through it. So I'm going to tell you another consequence of plagiarism. So this is Professor CNR Rao. So he is the most cited scientist in our country. So his H index is now it could have even touched 200. So he has the most citations. So he is the advisor to the prime minister, to the government. So in one of his earlier publications, three sentences in the introduction were like word by word similar to the previous paper. So it was considered as it was done by one of his PhD student, and he was held responsible. So a small oversight by the PhD supervisor could cause severe consequences. So plagiarism should be avoided at any cost. You shouldn't write the exact words. You shouldn't copy exact word by word from another paper. So what you should do? How can you avoid plagiarism? You need to paraphrase. What is paraphrasing? Meaning you have to take the information from another source and you need to write it in your own words. Keeping the meaning intact, you need to write it in a different own words. You might feel that it is difficult for you, so that is where you can use tools like Quillbot. Okay, so Quillbot is a paraphrasing tool that uses artificial intelligence. So it also has a free option. So if you enter the sentence, it gives you a paraphrased output. Okay, so any idea when was the term artificial intelligence coined? Which year? 2000, 2020? Any idea? Any guesses? So we all think that artificial intelligence is very new. Only the Chat GPT has made the artificial intelligence very famous.
Sir, 1956.
Yeah, exactly, sir. So it is as old as 1955. Okay, so it is what I'm trying to say is it is that old. Okay, not very new. So we have been like using artificial intelligence for several years without knowing that it is AI. So we have this spell check, automatic. You type something and it immediately corrects your typing. It corrects your spelling mistake in your phone. That is an AI. So the Siri in iPhones, Alexa of Amazon, okay, the Google Assistant in all our Android phones, all are artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is not new, but ChatGPT, which was introduced a few couple of years ago, now we have so many options. We have Claude, we have Gemini, we have Perplexity. Most of you would be using Perplexity because Airtel gives it free for 12 months. We have so many. DeepSeek is there. Okay, so for today's session, let us not go into like so many other options. Let's stick to the Chat GPT. Okay, so while choosing the AI tool, what are all the factors you need to consider? Number one is cost. Okay, I'm sure no one would be ready to spend a lot, so we'll be happy with a free tool, and also specific use case needs. Like, for example, DeepSeek will be very strong in one particular field, whereas ChatGPT might not be. Okay, you need to play around with different tools and see which one is most suitable for your field. Okay, performance, its accuracy, data security, everything is very important. So most people, they have average IQ is between 85 to 115. Okay, where when someone has an IQ of 140, he is considered a genius. So Einstein had an IQ of around 160. How intelligent is ChatGPT? Ranges from 83 to 147. So its average, the IQ would be somewhere between us, and also extreme level would be up to a genius. What can a chat GPT do for scientific writing? It can generate content, it can summarize, it can translate, it can paraphrase, it can help you search information, it can even help you in data analysis, it can help you edit and proofread. Okay, so when suddenly there is a boom of chat GPT, nature had come up with ground rules. So there were several publications that credited ChatGPT as one of the authors. So they have very made it very clear that they cannot be considered as an author. Another thing is that if someone uses LLM tools, the researchers need to mention them in the acknowledgement. Even Elsevier mentions that AI tools can be used, but they should mention or acknowledge the use of AI tools. The National Institute of Health from the US, they are very particular about not using AI tools for grant applications. Okay, so it is completely prohibited for grant peer review as well as the grant applications. So it is interesting to see that uh, uh, certain researchers, they analyzed about 14 million PubMed abstracts from 2010 to 2024. So they found that, as you can see in the last graph, the 2020 to 2024, it shows several numbers. The usage of certain words are very characteristic of ChatGPT. Usually, you would have noticed that delve is a word which is repeatedly used by ChatGPT. So at least 10% of 2024 abstracts were written using LLMs. Okay, so it shows that people have started using these tools for their publications. But whether it is ethical, let's discuss. You can use the AI tools for getting a skeleton, excuse me, getting the skeleton or a structure ready. As I said initially, you might be having a starting trouble. You might not know, like, how should I start? What should be the first part? what should be the next part like. So in that case, it can give you a overview, can give you a structure. Okay, that is fine. So that could help you to break your block and you can start writing. You could get suggestions for titles or subheadings. You can give your own titles and ask whether this title is nice. It can give you some feedback or it can give you some suggestions. Okay, and sometimes you might be like, you would be writing and you will have no clue how to conclude this paper. Again, you can ask suggestions. You need not copy and paste it, but it can give you some ideas. Okay, so get ideas or suggestions from chat gpt, then write it in your own language. You are not supposed to copy paste from a AI tool. You have written something. Since you are the author, if you read it, it will look very beautiful because you have written it. But if you hand over your draft to your PhD supervisor, you know how it comes back. With the track changes, there will be more edits than what you have written. So the this is what I would call a best review. Okay, so when something is reviewed by a second or third person, he would find a lot of flaws in it. So only when it is discussed or seen by two or three different people, your paper gets better. So you can use your AI tool as one of your reviewer. You can upload it and ask it to give a feedback. So you can ask it to critically review and give feedback. So it will give you a lot of counter arguments. It will give you some comments. It can give you some critical comments so that you can make your paper better. Okay, so don't use it to create content. You can use it for all these ethical ways to improve your paper. Sometimes you have a very long review article, you don't have time to read. You can use it for summarizing it, okay, or simplifying it. I'll give you some other tips and tricks. So better to use the chat gpt using the same login credentials across devices. You might be using chat gpt with your hand phone, your mobile phone. You may be using in your iPad, in your laptop. So everywhere use the same login so that chat gpt knows it is you. Okay, you need to customize the chat gpt. Okay, so in chat gpt there is an option called as customize chat gpt, where there are some custom instructions. It asks like, how would you like chat gpt to respond? So what I have done is I have given some specific instructions to chat gpt. So these are some of the specific instructions I have given. I have asked it to respond like an academic colleague with scientific expertise. Sometimes it keeps mentioning, I am just a AI model. I cannot be doing something. So I mentioned, do not mention that you are an AI model. I know that already. Okay, so your responses have to be clear, concise, and use minimum number of words. Don't talk rubbish. And while you cite something, it has to be from authentic published sources. Don't make up any stories. Avoid using the words like delve, harness, which are usually repeated by ChatGPT. Likewise, you can give it some standard instructions so that it follows you. Okay, so most people don't know about it. You can have a tailor-made list of instructions and put it into ChatGPT so that it follows it. So you can train ChatGPT to write in your style. So whenever you write something, just paste it into ChatGPT, ask it to read and analyze the style, but don't do anything. Just keep this style in mind. So whenever you write something, it will learn about your style. Then later you can feed something and you can ask it to rewrite in your own style. So it gives out the text almost mimicking like how you would have written it. Okay, so this is how you can train your own chat gpt. And efficiently communicating with chat gpt is an art. The prompt what you give has to be very specific so that you get very good result. For example, if this is the chat GPT for scientific writing is the topic, you should given what context it is. It is a presentation among PG students. So what is needed? I need a breakdown of presentation. The language should be accessible and the tone should be formal. So if you give a prompt like this, ChatGPT will give exactly like what is needed. So most people we don't do this. We ask questions to ChatGPT like, will it rain today? So the prompt has to be very specifically drafted for getting the best result. So the prompt has to use specific language. It should give an irrelevant background. So you can say that I'm writing a conference abstract. This has to be 250 words long. So I'm pasting it here. What do you think about it? Then only it will know that you are pasting a abstract. when when it gives you something, you need to give feedback. Okay, so you can use simple prompts like go on, keep going, continue, so that it keeps like communicating with you. Okay, another trivia: who uses chat gpt more, men or women?
Of course, men.
Yeah, so 65.7% of chat gpt users are men. Okay, so we could even take it like women are already very intelligent, they don't need artificial intelligence. The uglier side of chat gpt: integrity and ethics. As I said, if you completely rely on chat gpt to write something, then there is a question of integrity and ethics. Okay, then what is your role in it? You are an author, you are responsible for what you write. So for literature search, you have to be very careful while you use AI tools like ChatGPT, because it can give out fake citations. It gives very nice citations, but if you do a Google search, there won't be any paper like that and you would be caught. Sometimes it gives very wrong suggestions for statistical methods to be used. It affects your critical thinking when you keep using uh, AI tools like chat gpt. Your own thinking gets affected. This is called as digital amnesia or Google effect. So those who are in the age of 40 or above, you would remember that while you were young, so we used to remember hundreds of phone numbers when there were no mobile phones, when there were only landline phones. We used to remember our friends and family phone numbers. So everywhere we go, we could straight away dial or ring someone. But now we store the contacts in the mobile phones. So now even our close relatives' phone numbers we don't remember, meaning that we are not using our memory properly. This is digital amnesia or Google effect. So, likewise, if you over rely on the AI tool, you would lose your critical thinking power. So, when these are some of the AI, as I said, hallucinates sometimes, it comes up with fake references and fake uh, stories. So the lawyer, he faced trouble because he used ChatGPT for research. So such absurd drawings were created by AI tools. This paper was retracted from Frontiers because of the very funny, unnatural image generated by AI tool. So this is one of my own experience. So I teach parasitology here in the medical college. So what happened is, the next day I had a lecture on toxoplasmosis. So here students usually easily go to sleep, so I give some interesting stories or I show some memes. Some stories are usually make the students uh, be awake. So I asked ChatGPT, is there any historical interesting anecdote that I can share with my students? So it told about a cat lady of Vienna. It even gave a name of an Austrian woman like Frau Beethoven. She had so many cats. You know, Toxoplasma is a parasite that can be spread through cats. So it mentioned that this lady had so many cats. She died of toxoplasmosis. So my students, most of them, they have cats as pets. So I thought this would be interesting to share. But still, with some doubt, I googled it up. I couldn't find anything like a cat lady of Vienna. So I went again and asked ChatGPT. So it said it's very good. It immediately apologizes. It says sorry. There is no such historical case. There is no person called as Cat Lady of Vienna. So imagine what if I had go ahead and told my students about the story. They go and find that there is no such thing. So whenever you use ChatGPT, you have to take whatever it says with some caution. So when it comes to scientific writing, you can acknowledge its use in the scientific article as required by Elsevier. Don't believe in whatever information it gives out. You need to check, check again. Do not copy paste the text line by line from ChatGPT because being an author, you have to write. Any citation suggested by ChatGPT, you have to go ahead and verify because it can give fake. If there is any ethical issue, ChatGPT will not be held responsible. You will be held responsible. So you have to be very, very careful and responsible enough. Okay, coming into illustrations and figures, BioRender is the industry standard uh, topmost uh, software. The negative side is it is very, very expensive. So these are, I will introduce you to a few tools which are freely available. Okay, so this is from the NIH US, bioart.naad.nih.gov. So this one, you will have sources for several brushes and icons would be there. You can use it for your publication free. Likewise, you have bio icons, which is also free. SciDraw, you have like thousands of images which we can use it for your posters, for your papers. Okay, these are free options rather than using expensive softwares. So now you have a, a paper, a draft version ready. So where are you going to submit this one to? So that's when you can use something called as Jane, Journal Author Name Estimator. That is Jane. It is available at jane.biosemantics.org. Okay, it's an online tool. So you can go there and you can paste your paper's abstract and click Find Journals. It will suggest different relevant journals. Okay, so this tool can be helpful for people who are newly publishing, so as to know like which one will have more appropriate scope wise, which one is the appropriate journal. Likewise, this Trinka, earlier we saw this Trinka for grammar checking, right? This Trinka also has a tool called as Journal Finder. Okay, you can even select Elsevier or Nature Valley, Taylor Francis, or you can click all and you can paste your abstract here. It will also give you a suggestion. Okay, you can use these for finding the appropriate journal. Why choosing the right scientific journal is important is you need to know which one you need to avoid as well, because there are so many predatory journals in the especially from India. So you might be getting emails inviting you to submit articles. So most of them, 99% would be predatory journals. It is like throwing all your hard-earned work down the drain. So you need to avoid such predatory journals. How can you avoid predatory journals? So this graph shows that most our country unfortunately has the highest number of publications in predatory journals. So this I just wanted to share with you regarding one of a article published in a predatory journal. What is so interesting about this particular paper is that this paper was, as the journal claims, the article was received in 6th October 2019 and then revised in November 2019, accepted in 12th December 2019. It was published online on 28th January 2020. But interestingly, this is about the COVID 19. So, obviously, this particular author and editor, they had a time travel. So, when this guy wrote and submitted to them in October 2019, there was no such thing called as SARS-CoV-2. The first case itself was during the last week of December, but they had accepted by 12th December itself. So this clearly shows you that there was no peer review done. This is a clear case of predatory publishing. Okay. So these are some of the red flags to spot predatory journals. You can double check the Jeffrey Beall's list. Okay, you can check whether the journal is blacklisted there. When the scope of the journal is too wide, they just want to publish and get money. We have to be very careful. When they say that they would publish within 2 weeks, again, that is a red flag. The journal would not be well indexed, would not be indexed in Scopus. That's also a red flag that it could be a predatory journal. And the email solicitations usually come from predatory journals. Okay, so now using all these tools and suggestions, you need to come up with the first draft, keep writing it, circulate among your friends, co-authors, circulate among your collaborators. So for a good paper, it has to at least go through 10 to 20 versions. Read your draft again and again. You are the first reader. So if you do several reading and make it better and better, it is not that tough after all. So all the best for your future publications using all these digital tools, which will make your work easier. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Vignesh. Can we have some questions? Can we take up those questions?
Sir, actually, I have one question.
Yeah.
So regarding you mentioned about the notebook LM, that I want to know whether this could be used for getting the citation from the journal, sir.
You can get it, sir, but when it comes to citation, I'm not very comfortable using the AI tools. Very recently, Stanford University has come up with the AI tool called as STORM, STORM. It is mainly for literature review, sir. It brings out citations. So rather than Notebook LM, I would suggest using the Stanford University's STORM. So the citations are even better there, sir.
Oh, so thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hello, sir. Hello. Hello, sir. My wife is audible.
Yes.
Sir, how can you find a journal from the non-reputed organization? Right. So normally, if you go to ELC or Strange Nature or Taylor and Francis, they are very reputed and they are accepting a very high-end approach. So my question is, how can we find a good impact, that means no less impact factor journal, but not from the reputed